Hello, this is Shanita. Let's talk today about focusing on the solution and not the problem. All too often, when facing a problem, the first thing we tend to do is to focus on a negative situation. Which is natural, right? At first, you are going to do that. But what happens is that we continue to focus on the problem, and we focus on the problem until we see no way out. No wonder why we get stuck. We feel so down and out with no hope in sight, not realizing we are staying in the state of no way out. And we're doing that by focusing on the problem and not the solution. It's amazing how many people stay focused on the negative instead of asking the question, what is the solution to my problem? When you ask the question, you are focusing on the solution. Do you realize the more you focus on your problem, the more stuck you become? So let's stop putting our energy and attention on whatever the problem is. Instead, focus on already having the solution to your problem. No matter how bad your problem may be, no matter what the facts say, there is a way out. There is always a solution. So let's stop living in the state of problems and live in the state of solutions. You can avoid all the feelings of negativity and depression, knowing that there is always a way out. When you focus on the solution, you will be amazed how many solutions show up for you. The solutions will be better than you can even think or ask or imagine. Know that for every problem, there is a solution. Let me ask you this. When you focus on your problem, has it helped you at all? Does it resolve the issue for you? Does it make you feel better? I tell you that all it does is to waste your time and energy and cause you to worry, fear, and get depressed. When you focus on the problem, there is no room for the solution to show up for you. Just isn't. Focusing on the problem has never created the solution for you, has it? Your mind can only give its attention to one thing at a time. So let's stop focusing on the negative, the problem, and focus on the positive, the solution. Problems keep you stuck in the state of helplessness. Don't you agree? Am I right or am I right? Let me say it again. If you want results, stop focusing on the problem and start focusing on what? The solution. So you said that sounds good, right? So how do I stop focusing on my problem that's pressing and focus on the solution? Neville Goddard says, imagination creates reality. And if this premise is true, then imagination fulfills itself in what your life becomes. I know for a fact that you can imagine your problems being solved, and they will be solved because I have experienced it and I know this to be true. Mark 11:24. You can pray for anything, and if you believe it, you will receive it. It will be yours. You can pray for the solutions to your problems. You can use your powerful imaginations to stay in the problem or to stay in the solution. Your choice. You can imagine pleasant or unpleasant things. It's up to you. It's up to you to stop feeding your imagination and your conscious and subconscious with the things you don't want to experience. Imagination creates whatever it is, whatever reality that you desire. And by knowing this principle, you can ignore the problem and unfettered by the so-called facts of life, the problems. You can imagine the present as you want it to be. You can feed upon your desire rather than its omission. Create the reality that you desire by using your powerful imagination, and take my word for it, it does work. Discover it for yourself, that imagination truly does create reality. But let me share with you one of my many stories of using my powerful imagination with faith to create the outcome that I wanted. I decided to go to the greatest marketing seminar in Los Angeles some years ago. I kept imagining what it would be like to attend. I imagined all the interesting people I would meet and all the beneficial information that I would bring back to help our business, Core Essence, and to share this information with my business partner, Eveline. I kept saying I don't know how this will happen. All I know is that I am already attending the seminar. There was no doubt in my mind that this was already my reality because I imagined it to be so. And although I did not know how I would pay for my airline ticket, the ticket to the seminar, the hotel, the pocket money, etc., I just released my problem to the universe. And I kept imagining I was already attending the seminar, everything taken care of. Evelina knew I had a burning desire to go to the seminar with her. She had already purchased her ticket to attend the seminar, but it surprised me when she said to me, okay, since you have such a burning desire to go, let me give you my ticket. You can go to the seminar instead of me. Wow, I was incredulous. The ticket she had bought for herself totaled $3,500. And she said to me, all you have to do now is to find your airfare, hotel, food, etc. That was an awesome confirmation that using my powerful imagination created the reality that I wanted. And of course with belief. And so I manifested that, although I didn't see it initially. That same year, a friend of mine who worked for the airlines, her name is Amma, offered me unlimited buddy passes for the year. Imagine that. My problem with airline ticket had been resolved. Out of the blue, I received some unexpected income. My hotel, food, and pocket money problem had been solved. I was ready for my trip and everything taken care of. No problems. I had a solution because why? I imagined the solution, I believed the solution, and there it was. Imagination created my reality of going to the seminar. And you too have the awesome power of your imagination to do whatever you want. With your belief in God, it will come to pass for you. I didn't ask how, it wasn't my business. I just believed that God would take care of the details, and He did. The Creator of the world works in the depth of your soul. When you imagine, release, let go, let God, good things show up for you. Your problems turn into solutions. Every moment of time, you are imagining something. The question is, what are you imagining? You should focus on what you want to manifest. Be conscious, awake, and aware. Ask yourself, what would it look like if I had the solution to my problem or problems? How would I feel? How would my family, my friends see me? Imagine what you want to happen and walk in that assumption of fulfillment. Because your belief in God will make the impossible possible. Your burning desires will be manifested for you. And no matter what it appears to be, if you don't give into appearances, your desires will manifest for you. And you have to, of course, stay in the state of where you want to be, unless you choose otherwise. Use your creative imagination to stay in the solution state, the state you wish to manifest. I can testify that imagining creates reality. If you want to change your life, you must become aware of the seeds that you are planting in the garden of your mind. That is, the kind of ideas and thoughts that you are thinking. When you are conscious of what you think predominantly, you will have the power to change what it is you don't want to what it is you do want. You will know a more pleasant life. Whatever you do, don't give into appearances. Don't give into the appearances of lack and limitations. That is not your reality unless you want it to be so. Keep planting the seeds you want to harvest, and the harvest will be the harvest of your choice. Live from the place of already having the solution. Spend time on focusing on the best outcome, and you will have the best. As Neville Goddard says, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Whatever lack there is, you can change the fulfillment of that desire. Remember, 1, hold to the truth. 2, release, let go, trust God, let God take control of the hows. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. That's number 3. 4. Stay in the space of havingness until your reality is fulfilled as your experience in your life. It will be so for you if you keep doing that. 5. Imagining does create reality. 6. Prove it to yourself that you can have this and that. Yes, you can. This is Shanita, author of How to Have This and That. My books are sold on Amazon.com. I will imagine seeing you on the beaches of the world. Isn't it wonderful? Yes, it is.